You get nervous if you turn around and get the big lips on.
I know it needs to say PETA again. You need to. What should you tell me?
My name is Courtney Campbell, and this is my persuasive speech. 100 million. That's a huge number, no matter what the units are. Even more than 100 million animals are burned, crippled, poisoned, and abused in U.S. labs every single year, just for the sake of testing cosmetic products. What makes this even worse is that these tests are completely useless, because there are much cheaper and more effective methods available. We need to work together to end this atrocity and protect animals. In order to understand how horrible this situation really is, you must understand what cosmetic animal testing is. Wikipedia defines cosmetic animal testing as a type of animal testing used to test the safety and hypoallergenic properties of products for use by humans. Moreover, the FDA defines cosmetics as articles intended to be applied to the human body for cleansing, beautifying, promoting attractiveness, or altering the appearance without affecting the body's structure or functions. And these tests don't just involve mild discomfort or temporary enclosure. According to PETA and the Humane Society of the United States, these animals are blinded and poisoned. They are forced to suffer as chemicals are injected into them and rubbed into their skin. Repeated oral force-feeding tests can last up to months and involve a lethal dose test in which animals are force-fed products in order to determine the amount of the product that will cause the animal to die. And remember, this is all for cosmetics. For products meant for cleansing, beautifying, promoting attractiveness, or altering appearance. PETA has released a video that gives a small glimpse into the horrors of cosmetic animal testing, which I will now show you. Surely this must be illegal. You would think that no one could just sit back and watch this happen and not try to create a law to protect the animals. And you're sort of right. There's one law, the Animal Welfare Act, but it's not effective. This is because, according to NAS, advancing science without harming animals, it's not intended to regulate research. Its only purpose is to regulate the methods in which animals used for research are obtained. Also, according to DoSomething.org, it exempts mice, rats, birds, reptiles, and amphibians. And you might not agree that cosmetics are unnecessary, but this does not lend support for cosmetic animal testing. This is because there are many alternatives available, including the test tube method and the artificial tissue test. These are the methods of testing which cruelty-free companies use. And according to the Humane Society, they are both faster and more effective. And it makes sense that they would be more effective because they are meant to predict how products will affect humans, not how they will affect mice, rats, birds, amphibians, or reptiles. So why is cosmetic animal testing still used? The first reason is fear. Companies fear being sued by customers that experience discomfort due to their products. Despite the facts that this issue is rarely brought up in court and that this will happen less often if companies switch to cruelty-free methods. The second reason is that a few countries, the most prominent of which is China, require that products sold within their borders test on animals, are tested on animals. But don't you think that if more companies switch to cruelty-free methods and that these countries lose all of their business from these companies, that the countries would consider changing some of their laws? Finally, it's time to discuss how you can make a difference in the lives of millions of animals. The first step is to boycott all products that are from companies that test on animals. You can sign up and pledge to be cruelty-free on PETA's website. You can also search for cruelty-free brands with PETA's convenient search engine to make sure that you're only buying products from companies that do not test on animals. For a more accurate list, you can use Leaping Bunny's approved brands list. Lastly, you can contact a representative and tell him or her that you support laws that protect animals from animal cruelty. In conclusion, animal testing is both cruel and ineffective, making it just useless torture. Join the fight to end cosmetic animal testing. Thank you.